This is a Starfall Sabers mystery saber. It's a one-of-one saber crafted by the lightsaber artisan Starfall Sabers, so it's a US-based artisan. And I've reviewed several of these before, and they're always really fun for me to review because these Starfall Sabers, lightsabers, they're all a little different, especially when they're these one-off creations like this. So I do like to name the hilts, especially when they're these kind of unique one-off creations. So I named this one Whisper of Hope, and I mainly did that because of this really cool etching here. It looks kind of like a manifestation of a whisper, little flame-like, maybe a little bit kind of like a mist or something like that. Or fill in the blank. What do you guys think this is? Well, whatever it is, it's kind of cool. At any rate, you can see this hilt is a standard kind of size for a hilt. And we have this nice splash of color with the emitter shroud at the top. Very cool. So there's a kind of flat top to the emitter, the blade holder section. And there's actually these kind of like, it's a little hard to see. There's these little like lines across. It's maybe kind of a weathering technique. Now, closer look at the shroud. So there's this cutout section here. It's that kind of classic stadium shape. It reveals some of the emitter section below. Just kind of opens it up a little and adds a little layering to the hilt design. And then around the side, there's sort of this hooked shape to the shroud, and that's on both ends of the hilt. There's a bit of a taper right here as well, and you can sort of see this top section is mostly kind of just sort of a standard silver color, and then this section below it is kind of, it sort of has a tarnished appearance, so a weathered tarnished appearance to it. You can see a little bit of that silver there, but it's mostly kind of a dark gray, tarnished, weathered look. Got a couple deep grooves here, so they're kind of those V-style grooves. Now we get to the middle part, which is really cool. It kind of has these wispy, sort of curvy sections. This is the etched section of the hilt, just kind of a long grip section there. It's mostly, or you have the sort of metallic silver wispy parts, that's what I'm calling them anyway, and then kind of a darker gray color below that. It's always very nice to have that kind of tactile experience of an etched saber, I think. And then now in the lower part of the hilt, this looks very similar to a section of the Luke ROTJ style lightsaber. It's got, you know, some more of those deep V grooves, and then there's black accents, and then these sort of silver rings, I guess you could call them. Now below that, there's kind of these wraparound metal pieces. I've seen this on some other Starfall Sabers hilts. It's kind of like, we have the stadium shape up here, and then these wraparound pieces are also sort of a stadium shape. There's a D-ring. This is another kind of style D-ring that you'll see on some of the Starfall Sabers hilts, and it is removable if you want. So you just remove that screw there. And the pommel on this hilt is also removable, so it's threaded, and you can see it's not vented. But let's just, not much of the threading actually connects here. But a little bit of it does, so it's a little precision to reattach this. There we go. We gotta look at that etching one more time. Certainly one of the really cool parts of this hilt. Little wispy tendrils, or whatever you'd like to call them. Almost looks a little bird-like in some spots too. I don't know. You can comment below with whatever you think this may look like. little like waves too. Well, very cool. Anyway, this has been a look at a Starfall Sabers lightsaber. I'm calling it the Whisper of Hope, but it is a mystery saber, or kind of a one-of-a-kind, one-of-one lightsaber. So this is the only one of this kind that there is. So feel free to comment below.